Hello, it's Fred Staub for Cruise Control. We had a chance to get a first up-close look at McLaren's MP4-12C Supercar in New York recently. McLaren's design director Frank Stephenson has designed everything from the 2001 Mini and the new Fiat 500 to the Maserati MC12 and the Ferrari F430. Stephenson gladly took us on a two-part detailed walk-around of the McLaren 12C. He highlighted the features and the design philosophy of this new McLaren supercar.
Hello, I'm Frank Stephenson. I'm the design director at McLaren Automotive. Today we're launching the 12C, the MP4-12C, here in New York, and it's a great opportunity because it's one of the first exposures of McLaren to the US in terms of road cars. This will be the first one in a range of cars that we're actually developing at the moment. And of course, this is in the segment that most people recognize as a supercar. This is the Ferrari F430, the Lamborghini Gallardo, the DB9 from Aston Martin, Porsche Turbo market. That market is very well equipped, very well rounded in terms of the competition. They all do incredibly quick cars, high quality, emotional designs. Our purpose here is not just to add to that market, because that really doesn't make too much sense just to get in and play the same game. We've actually developed a car with the intention of being the best, absolute best in that segment, so it means going a bit further than the other guys. The objective there, of course, is not just to be the best, but to innovate. That's the name of the game at McLaren, is bringing in innovation to the segment. So we have a racing car technology that allows us to do that. Our engineers are basically race car engineers. They're really specialized in being at the forefront of engineering, and for even more than that, actually bringing in things that don't exist today. It's a very competitive edge. We have to be that way if we want to be the best. What we've done with this car is we've looked for as much innovation as we can in terms of efficiency. The driving force for McLaren, of course, is aerodynamics and extreme optimization of weight. Those are the two factors that we really have to nail, because I think the future of design is not about adding horsepower, about making the fastest car. We really have to be more efficient with the resources that we have at the moment. That way the horsepower and weight relationship gets optimized, and we can carry that principle down as we go into further markets to reach the consumers with smaller cars and such. What we've done on the front end of the car as you take it in is to establish an identity, a look. It's usually what we call the face of the car. It gives you a first impression, makes the car recognizable and distinctive. Most cars in this segment have a very sort of a generic look. They relatively have the same package in terms of placement of the radiators, the very low front end, extremely wide. That's a factor that we have to deal with simply because it's optimal packaging. But what we've done is gone a step further. We've actually optimized the front end of the car in terms of aerodynamics. This is what we call the splitter. That part there actually controls the aerodynamic flow of the wind underneath the car. With this type of design, we've been able to optimize the underflow characteristics, creating a large amount of downforce, extremely large amount of downforce. And we've been able to channel the air in effectively to cool the brakes. They get very hot on a car like this. And to optimize also, of course, the entrance of the air into the LTRs, low temperature radiators. The trunk on this car was pretty much sacrosanct in the sense that it's an obligation for us to design the car as a daily use road car, as opposed to a few other cars in that segment which normally would be used on the weekends as a very special treat. The front end of the car, extremely low compared to what else is out there on the market. But that's basically a factor of the extremely driver-oriented focus of the car. The lower the cowl, the better visibility towards the front of the car. Very much taking into account the high points of the fenders to make sure that you can recognize the center of the wheels. Actually, from the very top of the highest point down leads you directly to the center of the wheel. That's very purposeful in the sense that we always want to know where we're placing the front wheel as we go into corners to hit the apexes correctly. To the front slightly right here on the headlamps, what we've tried to do is give them, as eyes are to a person, they should be also in a car, to give it extreme personality. What we've done is optimize the actual technology. We're using all LEDs, but slight caps in front of each LED to diffuse the light. It's not so harsh that way. It's not as aggressive, but very effective in bringing out the actual design. And using it also to give a lot of identity. That light that we use here for the daytime running lamps bleeds into these three slits, which are very similar, influenced, say, from the gills on a shark, and that gives it sort of a recognition factor that a lot of cars don't have when you're driving there. It's not necessary, but it does add personality to the car. It's all about emotional design, connecting with the car, feeling good about it, and relating to the car in terms of feeling good about the design. As we move back to the car, you'll see that we have very interesting cut lines for the door, pretty much what you don't see out there today. What we have is a dihedral door, which means that the door hinges up and over the A-pillar. This is a single hinge unit, very strong, very lightweight. What that does, it's not only just for dramatic purposes, it's really more for ease of entry, access and egress. As you see through the door, there are no door handles in the car. Not frightening, you can still get in the car. But what we've done is actually try to reduce weight to an extreme amount and to optimize the wind flow. Why do we need door handles? Pretty much today, nothing needs a door handle. The car recognizes you as the owner because of your key fob. And what you do is approach the car, slide your hand across the bottom surface here, and it opens. That's pretty dramatic, but very effective in terms of engineering. What it does is it takes away the rocker panel. By taking away the rocker panel, we're able to get in and out of the car much more easily, and the car remains stiff because the actual heart and innovative feature on the car is the carbon fiber tub, which is located right here. It's the passenger cell. We actually call it the monocell. That is the innovation that McLaren brings into the market. The monocell is made purely from carbon fiber. It's a one-piece carbon fiber, comes from a mold, a single-piece mold. And we've actually optimized that process, and we've brought the price considerably down, and the time to actually produce it is only 4 hours. It means we can do a lot of high volume units with this effect.